India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar visited China to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council or SCO meeting of foreign ministers in Tianjin. And this meeting was a first of its kind since the 2020 Galwan clash. At the SCO summit, Jaishankar emphasized the rising disorder in the global system and called for stabilizing the international order. He underlined terrorism, separatism and extremism are the three evils that SCO must stand firmly against. He referred it to the recent terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam as a deliberate attempt to destabilize the region's economy and social harmony. Jaishankar called out the lack of assured transit within the SCO space as a roadblock to deeper trade and investment. He advocated stronger backing for the international north-south transport corridor to boost regional economic connectivity. On the sidelines, Jaishankar also met his counterparts from Russia and Iran. He called for SCO members to embrace a shared agenda and stronger collective action in a world moving towards greater multipolarity. Now, on the other hand, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and their Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar held separate talks with China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to the China-Pakistan economic corridor and regional stability, pledging deeper multilateral cooperation under the SCO framework. Jaishankar, along with other foreign ministers of the SCO, met the Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. Taking to social media, Jaishankar said that he briefed President Xi on the recent progress in the India-China ties and conveyed warm greetings from President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Bilateral relations between India and China have been improving since October of last year when Prime Minister Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping met on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia. And joining me on the broadcast now is our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, it was less than a month ago when the SCO defense ministers meet. They couldn't really arrive at a conclusion. Joint statement was not signed by the Indian defense minister because they failed to condemn the Pahalgam attack. Less than a month later, we are here. And now, of course, it's the external affairs ministers meetings. Give us a sense of how things have changed.
Well, first and foremost, this is a significant visit. This is after a gap of several years that the Indian External Affairs Minister is in China. The last time EAM Dr. S. Jaishankar was in China was in 2019, and since then much development has taken place, whether it is the Galwan clashes between India and China of 2020 or whether it is the meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President last year that essentially started the normalization process between the two countries. As you pointed out, as part of SCO chair of China, the Indian NSA and the Defense Minister were in China and do expect the Indian Prime Minister to travel to China next month for the big summit. But during the visit of the Indian External Affairs Minister, two things stood out. First, of course, is his meetings with the Chinese leadership, whether it is his call-on with the Chinese President as part of the SCO Foreign Minister's call-on, whether it is the meeting with the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi or other top politicians, of course, including the Vice President as well. The second, of course, the clear message on terrorism, whether it is with the Chinese leadership, including the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, where he pointed out about the shared concerns over terrorism and as to how essentially this is something that India will be tough on, or whether it is the address of the Indian External Affairs Minister at the SCO grouping, where he talked about that SCO's basic mandate has been the issue of terrorism, and of course he raised the terror attack, the Pahalgam terror attack, in the presence of the Chinese, in the presence of both the Chinese and of course the Pakistani Foreign Minister. The Pakistani Foreign Minister, of course, his presence there, significant messaging to Islamabad, both the foreign ministers together for the first time under the same roof since the Pahalgam terror attack. We know that India, after the Pahalgam terror attack, launched Operation Sindoor and had made strikes on Pakistani terror camps and of course terror camps in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as well. So all in all, a very important visit, a visit where of course the reset got more support both by the Chinese side and the Indian side, and a clear message on the issue of terrorism.
Siddhant, thanks so much for summarizing all of that's happened in the last few months. And of course, there will be lots more to look forward to before the Indian Prime Minister now makes his way to China next. That was Siddhant Sibal getting us the latest.